Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm very, very excited today on this broadcast. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for YouTube to catch up to make sure that you can hear me and you can see me. If you're live on the chat there, as we go through this broadcast, if you want to, I'm just going to mute myself there so I can obviously see myself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share... where have I gone? I've lost me hangout. There it is. I'm just going to make sure that you can see Paolo because Paolo's with me, so I'm very excited. I'm just adding Paolo to the screen, so he's on to the right of me, Paolo. So if you could just sort of say some words and to make sure everybody can hear you still, that's and see you because it's going to be a bit lagged on the YouTube there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just checking on YouTube and I'm still not there, so obviously it's lagged. Oh, I can see myself now. So it looks like it's all working with side by side. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me here. My name is Paulo, and I'm Jeremy's business partner. And I'll be sharing some a great opportunity with you guys here tonight and some golden nuggets. So with that said, thanks, Jeremy, for having me here, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Now, I'm just going to take Paolo off the screen because the business we want to talk to you about is a business called Forsage. Now, in the description of this video, at any time, you can click the link and that will take you to over to a page where you can pop your name and your email address if you'd like to get some more information about this wonderful business. Now, Paolo, I've known Paolo for a good number of years. We was in a program together many years ago. I started life out as a plumber. Paolo started his life out in the printing industry, and we sort of came through the internet marketing world together. And it was over the years we've kept in touch, but never really met. And then about a year or so ago, I think it was, or last year, I can't remember now how long it was, but we met up in London and we had a glass of wine together and we talked. And we said at that meeting that we would work together. And then Paolo was working with this program that we're going to talk to you about today. And then when he showed me, I was absolutely blown away. I was blown away with Paolo's account, really. So I said to him, can we do something together? And he, it was like an embrace. It was great. Now, there's some technical stuff I want to get into a little bit later about the security and do you get paid out and all that stuff. But what I think would maybe be best to kick it off with, if Paolo's if he would be good enough to maybe share his screen and do a bit of talk about his account, really, and his journey in this business. So I'm going to put you back on the screen, Paolo. Take me off. Now, all you do, buddy, with this bit of software is you just use your Skype to share your screen on there if and when you're ready, okay? And I will mute myself, and Paolo's going to sort of give you not only a run round the business of how it's been for him, but, give you key you up for the right mindset, because that's what it's all about when you're working online. So over to you, sir, if I may.
Thanks, Jeremy. What a great introduction. I really appreciate you, man. And it's been a while since we had our glass of wine in London. So, guys, my name is Paulo Barroso. I'm actually Portuguese. I'm from Portugal. I've been living in the UK for close to 30 years. My background is digital printing. I was a digital printer for like 20 odd years. I retired at the age of 40. I've been doing online marketing for the past 12 years, very successfully. I've done 6 figures a month and all that. I've made my first million in 2012, working with another company. And it's been such an incredible ride, guys. But it hasn't always been this way. So I was actually in the beginning when I first started looking for ways to make money online, and I joined a lot of companies where I was not successful at all. As a matter of fact, I was very good at failing. So, and the reason for that was because I had a really bad mindset. So if you guys ask me, how did I manage to go from failure to earning over millions of dollars over the past 7 years? I can sincerely say that it was all to do with my mindset. I had a broken mindset, guys. And I urge you guys to really start looking into, if you're in a position where you're not making the money that you want to make online, if you're in a position where you haven't succeeded online, and for whatever reason you join a company and you don't see success there, I can sincerely say that I can put my finger at the problem, and that problem is mindset. If you fix this up here, you will fix a lot of things in your life. And I'm not just talking about money here, guys. I'm talking about having success at all levels with your relationships, even with your health. Because when you have a positive mind, I haven't been sick for years. I don't even remember the last time I had a cold, Jeremy. You know, having a good mindset and putting a lot of work into self-development, your self-development, it's the best investment that you can do in your business, because you are your business. I hope this makes sense. So the kind of transition that went from me being a failure to now having all this success, it was all to do with learning about mindset, guys. And I would be happy to come back one day and do training on that as well. Obviously, this is not the place today, the meeting to train you on mindset, but I would love to do that, because mindset, it really is my passion. I'm an expert on traffic, marketing, and all that. I like teaching that as well. But if you start me talking about mindset, I never shut up, because it's life changing. It changed my life. So yeah, so I'm just throwing that in there, because if you don't look after the mindset bit, guys, what's going to happen is this. You got to be jumping from one program to another and never find something that works for you. Because that, I'm only telling you from my experience, because that's the problem I had. Do you guys know how many companies I've joined? If I start mentioning company names here, and I used to fail. Why? Because I was there for a week, and then I would blame my sponsor. Hey man, I haven't made $1 million yet. And then I would give up because I had no focus. My mindset was broken. I used to point fingers at everyone. I was always pointing fingers out, when in reality, I should be putting fingers in, right? Because I was the problem. And what changed, guys, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. What changed and why did I change my mindset was because I met a mentor. And the first thing that my mentor told me was, do you know why you're failing online, Paulo? And you're not having the success you want, and you're not finding, you want to be your own entrepreneur and you don't find the right vehicle for you to become that? It's because you have a broken mindset. He was the first one to tell me that. And at first I didn't believe him. I was actually like taken a bit back by it, by what he said, that I had a broken mindset. And I'm like, what you mean? I'm fine, right? The ego kicks in. But he said, listen.
Go on. Sorry, I just wanted to interject there, Paolo, because I think we probably
Yeah.
had the same mentor. And I actually, at the time, got angry, and I was blaming him about telling me I had the wrong mindset, And it's as you say, it's all what's between the ears there. But carry on.
Really is,
Sorry.
man. The problem with us is because of our ego. Our ego gets in the way, and I never understood what the ego. I didn't even understand what ego meant. But there's a funny thing in our head. We've got an ego, a voice that always plays in our head. It's programming, and I thought there was nothing wrong with me. I was like an alcoholic who didn't agree that I was an alcoholic. I wouldn't admit. Sorry, that's the word. And I wouldn't admit that I was an alcoholic. Do you see what I mean? That's the best analogy. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with me. It was only until I met him and he told me, you have a broken mindset, and a light bulb went in my head, and I finally got it. I went like, damn, all these years, and it was me. All these 7 or 8 years that I was not succeeding and failing online, I finally got it. It wasn't the sponsor. It wasn't the economy. It wasn't my parents who gave me the right education. It wasn't the program. It wasn't the compensation plan. It was always me. It was always me. So when I got that, I would like, okay, Vic, my mentor, by the way, that's his name. That's the same mentor that Jeremy just mentioned. I was like, all right, let's go to work. And he put me on a 30-day mind fest, like learning about really yourself and how to better yourself, and listen to positive videos and audios and all that, and stop watching crap TV, the news and all that, and stop reading newspapers. So I started to make that shift. And I can't say here that in 30 days I got myself fixed, because it took longer than that. But something happened within 30 days, though, because I remember I was going into the office in London, in Holborn, where I worked in this printing company, and people were saying to me, "What's up with your aura? you look different. What's up with that? I'm like, and that was the feedback I needed to hear that I was changing. And then from that on, I just carry on listening to tapes, and I was learning from people like Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, and people like that. And I was listening to tapes. I was watching The Secret. I was listening to a tape that my mentor gave me called The Strangest Secret by I forgot his name now, Nightingale. And it was something that absolutely changed my life, guys. So where am I going with this? I want to give you the foundation of success online. The foundation of success online is having a good mindset. So that's what I'm trying to obviously say here on this call. Then after that, I went to work. I learned marketing, but the real reason that made me success, the 80% was the mindset, the 20% was the marketing and the mechanics. The 80% was really here. So when I got that fixed, it was like suddenly I started attracting the right partners. Suddenly I started attracting the right businesses. It's been an amazing ride, guys. Ever since I changed my mindset, I've earned millions and millions of dollars. And Jeremy can verify that with you guys because he knows I'm telling you guys the truth. Now, do you want me to start talking about Forsage here?
Well, before you do, actually,
before,
because I just want to say to everybody, because myself, and I asked myself this question, okay, because when I had the wrong mindset, is I always saw every opportunity as a scam.
Mm.
And if you see every opportunity as a scam on the internet, and because I've got friends who say, "Oh, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a pyramid, it's a scam," and if you see every opportunity like that, you're always going to see opportunities like that, and you're going to pass them by. They're going to pass you by, because whether you get involved in a business online, and this, believe me, is mind-blowing, it really is, and there's some real fundamentals about it that I want to go into later, but whether you get involved with a business online, if you've got that mindset that it's a scam, then your mind's not right in the right place, and it's not for you. It's not for you. Nobody's going to convince you. You have to, I think Richard Branson said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you don't understand it, get in and learn about it later. That's a great philosophy, I believe, that, so Paolo's going to talk to you now about Forsage, okay? And as I say, any time through this broadcast, if you want to find out more information and you want to just get a little bit more, below the video, there's a link. Take you to a page, put your name, your email address in, and we'll send you some a bit more information. So I'll let Paolo get into the exciting stuff and the bits that I love, and then I'm going to get into a bit of boring stuff later.
Cool. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate you, man. So that's the mind stuff done with. Now let's talk about a little bit more about business. So I've been successfully doing affiliate marketing for the past 12 years. I work full time, by the way. This is what I do. I work from home. I work from anywhere in the world because I travel a lot. And I've made pretty decent money. But I'm going to have to admit, until I found Forsage, the company that obviously we're doing this call about, I have never made money as fast as I've done here with this company in my first 30 days. So I've broken basically all records. So just to give you a bit of a background about me, I'm an affiliate marketer. I do this full time. And my previous record online was, in a month, I earned $120,000, guys. And that happened last year with a company that I was promoting. So I thought $120,000 in a month was my ultimate goal. I thought, oh my God, that's a lot of money and I won't be able to break this record. So that was my limitation there. But guess what, guys? I joined Forsage on the 9th of June, this June 2020. So 30 days ago, I've joined Forsage and I've earned $310,000. Let me repeat again, because maybe some of you will say there's no way. Did I hear that right? Did he say $310,000? And the truth of the matter is yes, I did. So I've broken all my previous records of earnings online with Forsage here in 30 days. As a matter of fact, in my first 24 hours of joining Forsage, guys, I've earned $70,000. $70,000. That's what some people earn in a year. Actually, that's what some people earn in 2 years. And I've done right? And I've done
Yeah.
that in 24 hours. Now, listen to me, guys. Listen to me. I'm not saying this to brag and to make, oh, look how good I am. Look at this guy. I'm not trying to make myself look good. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you the facts of what I really earned. And I want to use this as an inspiration for you guys, that you guys can do this. Even if you do half of what I'm doing, even if you just do half of what I'm doing at a quarter, you're going to do very, very well in Forsage. And that's 300,000 in 30 days. It's actually 310,000, but let's go, Jeremy, let's go with 300,000. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. I'm on target to make $1 million in 3 months. I think I will smash that figure, but my goal now, because I like numbers and I like putting spreadsheets together. So I believe that I'm going to make $1 million and I'm going to break companies' records in about 3 months. And I know there's a guy, my sponsor, who already made $1 million, but it took him 4 months. I want to break his record because I'm very competitive, and I'm positive that in 3 months' time, so please take a note of the time and date of this video that I'm speaking the word, I'm manifesting that I'm going to make $1 million in 3 months. So call me out on it. If in 3 months' time I don't make $1 million, then please call me out. So that's my
and I want to just come in again there, because I know this guy, and this is what's about having the right mindset. If you believe you can do something, you can achieve it. And one of the things that really that you will love if you join this team, okay? Because you got the alphas at the top, and then there's a step down from that, and I'm on that next line. And people in my business, people are contacting me and say, Jeremy, I'm earning money and I haven't even brought anybody in. And that's because they're in the right team. And this is, I wanted to work with Paolo, and it's such an honour to work with him. And, when you're in that team, when you're in it's, look at it, I look at it like this. If the players are out on the pitch kicking the ball around, but there's still a lot of people around the outside that make everything happen as well. So you can go and join Forsage over, under somebody that I don't even know, and they may be great leader. But what I do know is in this team, there's so much. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for. I don't want to use the word spillovers and spill-unders, because some people say, I've heard all that before. But this is, I'm going to call it this bleeding. Okay, I know that's a real hard word there, but this bleeding of and the way the coding's done is it passes people around, and I don't even know how it's done. I want to talk to somebody that tells me how it's done, but I'm getting spillover. I got in one day from 2 sales that I never bought in. Okay, 2 sales, one after the other, $1,400. Within a matter of a couple of hours, I had $2,000 from people that I never invited, and I've done a video about that. $2,000 from people I don't even know, because I'm in the right team. I'm in Paolo's team, Jeremy's team. So if you join with us, it's by default, you can't go wrong. And plus, we're going to give you a ton of other stuff, a ton of other value as well. Sorry to keep interrupting you there. I'm just excited.
I love it. Keep interrupting me, man, because you're helping me as well to put my thoughts together. So it's all good. You definitely would be joining the right team, because let me tell you, my sponsor is the highest. It's the highest earner in the whole company. And then you've got me as well, just under him. And then you've got Jeremy. And without spillovers, and we will have to give you spillovers, because it's just the way it is. We can't keep all our people in our matrix. We need to spill over down to our members. So it's very likely, without any promises, that you guys would even make money passively without recruiting anyone. That's not the angle that I'm bringing here to the table. I actually hate talking about spillovers, because I want people to come in and produce. But on the other side of the coin, when I get asked, Paulo, I'm new to marketing, I don't know how to recruit, I don't know how to bring anybody in, can I still earn passively? And the answer is yes, you can, because we do the work. Me and Jeremy, we bring the people in because we are experienced marketers. Jeremy has been online. I mean, he's a beast, this guy. He's been online for so many years. He knows how to recruit. So we do the work. We do the donkey work. We do all the hard work. And we bring a lot of people in. And then obviously, The people that join our team, obviously, they get our spillovers as well. But I urge you not to rely on a business like that, because that's a poor man's mentality. I used to be that guy, by the way. I used to be that guy. I would join the business and I wanted my sponsor to do all the work for me. That's wrong, in my opinion. But in the beginning, to help you, there's nothing we can do. We can't stop it. You will get our spillovers. It's just the nature of the beast, how Forsage works. And why is Forsage different from anything else out there, if you guys ask? Because I haven't done any cryptos for about 3 years. Ever since that the major companies like BitConnect and USI Tech and those companies that went down, I went to myself, I will never join a company like that ever in my life. And the reason why I joined Forsage, guys, because I am not experienced in crypto. I've made all that money without even being experienced in crypto. Can you guys believe that? I never bought an Ethereum in my life. A month ago, I bought my first Ethereum. So why did I decide to join Forsage? What's different? The difference here, and by the way, I was shown this opportunity by a guy who never joins anything. He's been in Jeunesse for all his life. He does Jeunesse, right? The MLM company. He never joins anything, especially cryptos. But he's a mathematician. He's like a really clever man that I respect a lot. I've done business with him in the past. We've made a lot of money together. And for him to come to me and show me Forsage, I had to shut up and listen to him. And the way he explained to me Forsage was the following. It's a completely decentralized project. Okay? I'll let that sink in for a minute. The reason why companies like BitConnect and USI Tech and all those companies that shut down and people lost money, the reason why they shut down and you lost money, or I'm not saying you, but people lost money, was because they were centralized. Can you guys see the difference? And by that, I mean the owners had control of your money. So the owners would get paid and then they would pay you. That's a centralized program. It's a centralized project. And we know what happens when owners have ownership of your money, right? Sometimes some of them go cuckoo and they wake up one morning and decide to shut shop and take all your money. Guess what, guys? Forsage is different. It's decentralized, meaning the owner does not have access to your money. You have access to your wallet and to all the money. And plus, it's a peer-to-peer system. Peer-to-peer payment. Sorry, I can't speak. Do you guys understand that? So it works like this. It's not like you come in and you pay Forsage, Forsage holds the funds and then pays us. It's not like that. You immediately get paid into your wallet, into your digital wallet, your commission, which, by the way, it happens to be 100%. Not 50% commissions, not 40% commissions. If some of you are affiliate marketers, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because I'm an affiliate marketer myself. That's my background. And we kind of used to 50% commissions, right? Not in Forsage, guys. Here, it's 100% commissions that you get paid straight away into your wallet. In Ethereum, it's nuts. This is the reason why my previous record was 120,000. And now with Forsage, I tripled that and I've done 310,000. So you guys starting to see what's going on here? So this is why Forsage is different. It can't be shut down. Why? Because it's decentralized. Guess what? It runs inside the blockchain. The Ethereum on the Etherscan, that's what the program runs. No government in this world can shut it because it's not centralized. There is no company. There are no offices. Do you guys understand that? The actual website is in the process of being migrating to an IPFS platform, which means even if the government or any government in the world tries to shut down forsage.io, the website, guess what? They cannot, because the website is not in a central server. It's in the cloud. It's decentralized. And I urge you guys to study this protocol called, is it IPFS?
Yeah, it's IPFS. And I will go into, I'm going to do a little diagram to show how this works, okay?
It's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It's, decentralized cryptocurrencies can't be shut down unless you shut down the internet, But But the thing is, when you shut down the internet and you've got to shut down the electricity as well, and you've got to be able to get into everybody's computer and wipe everything off their computer, because if you just shut down the internet, as soon as you switch it back on again, bang, it's all there. So, you know, it's decentralized. It's decentralized. You know, there's, as Paolo says, nobody on this planet can get access to your funds. Nobody, unless of course you give them what is called your private keys, and it's a bit like your ATM plastic card. You know, your PIN number. If you walked into the street and you said to somebody, here's my plastic Visa card or MasterCard, and there's the PIN number, they can go to a bank and get your money out. So that's the only way you would lose your money off your ATM machine. You know, if you gave someone, you know, your plastic card there, and it's the same. If you give somebody your private keys to your wallet, you lose your dough. But there's no way on this planet that this system can be shut down. And we got a question in here, and this is obviously a non-believer, Paolo, because what they've said is prove your income.
Oh, cool. Oh, I was just about to. I was just about to ask you. Shall I share my screen?
Yeah, go for it. That's what
I'm
I
on
say. Go
Skype.
for
I'm
it.
on Skype, right? So I can share my screen, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
share your screen. It will come up on the.
Let me know once you can see my screen.
At the moment I see your shared screen. It should. Yeah, I see Forsage on the screen now.
You see, okay. So the way it works, guys, this is the Forsage.io website. The way to log into Forsage is through your MetaMask wallet, which basically it's an Ethereum wallet. Some of you might be familiar with it, some of you might not be familiar with it, but you either log into Forsage with, I believe there's Trust Wallet as well, or MetaMask. So I use MetaMask because of its simplicity. It's very easy to use. So just give me a second. I'm going to type in my password and show you a few things. Okay, there's actually 10 Ethereums there. My earnings from this morning, so that's $2,488, and it's what now? Oh, it's not. Actually, it's not too late. It's still 6:30. So morning time in America. Most of my peeps, most of my members are in America. So you know, that's not too shabby. $2,000 there on that account. So that's my account too, guys, and I'll show you my account one in a minute as well, because I've got two accounts with Forsage. So the way you log in with Forsage is with your MetaMask Ethereum wallet, and you click login. So I'm going to log in right in front of your eyes, guys. I'm going to sign into Forsage. Just give us a second. And there you go. So this, please make a note of this. Do a screenshot, do whatever you want. I'm going to leave that page there for you guys to look at. And I'm just going to explain a few numbers so you guys understand my earnings. First of all, on this account, I've got $183,000 there. Can you guys see that? That's the equivalent of 768 Ethereums. The Ethereum as of today is at 240. Now, let me tell you something that's going to blow your minds right now. I'm going to blow your minds right now. If the Ethereum is worth 240 today, and the experts are saying that Ethereum is going to go up in the next 2 years, as a matter of fact, I can give you guys an article for you guys to read from a source, from a really good source that has been calling the price of Ethereum in Bitcoin for many, many years. This guy has believes that Ethereum is going to be worth, listen to this, $7,500 in the next 18 months. $7,500 per coin, one Ethereum. And look at what you're looking here right now. I've got 768 Ethereums in this wallet, in this account. What's that times 7,500? I dare to think. I'm pretty sure it's more than 3 million. So I want you guys to expand your mind to what's going on here. Forsage is not just an investment where you earn an Ethereum and then you bank it. I mean, you can do that. I mean, I've got 183,000 in the bank, but I would rather have 183,000 worth of Ethereum and wait for that price to shoot up to 7,500 and then bank it, or bank some of it. I hope this is starting to make sense. So for you skepticals on this call, it's absolutely fine to be skeptical. Hey, it's totally cool. I'm not here to lie to anybody. I'm basically showing you what I've earned. So please make a note of that, because I'm about to log out and change to my other account because I've got two accounts. So please make a note of that.
I've put it on the whiteboard. I've put it on the whiteboard.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay, because I
Yep.
can't see the whiteboard. Okay, cool. So guys, $183,458. This is US, okay? I'm going to log out. And I'm going to log back in, but with my account one, because I've got two accounts. So that's my account two. So watch this. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do slowly. I'm not doing any shenanigans here, okay? I'm going to go slow. And on this account one, guys, I've got 2.6 Ethereums that I've earned so far today. That's $620. And watch this. I'm going to click on authorization, and I'm going to log back in to Forsage again, but under a different account, okay? So let's just wait for the login to happen. And boom, can you guys see that? There's another $120,890. I don't know if, Jeremy, you can write that on the board, because I don't know what the totals are now, whatever the totals are now. So just total that up for me, brother, but I'm pretty sure that's over $300,000. And by the way, this was gained in 31 days, because I've been in Forsage. I joined Forsage on the 9th of June. What is it today, Jeremy? I believe it's the 10th. Today,
it's
right?
the 10th of June. It's the 10th.
Okay, so that's exactly 31 days today. So do your maths. I don't even know what that is.
I've got it on the whiteboard, and I'm going to take you off the screen and put that on there. So it was $183,000 in his first account, $120,000 in his second account, and I've not done the change. I've not done the because there was some change on the end.
Yeah.
And so that's 303,000. Okay, 303,000 in 1 month and 1 day. And today's not over. Okay. Now I joined about 2 weeks after, so I'm a couple of weeks behind Paolo, or maybe 3 weeks behind Paolo, and my account is already up to 10,000. You know, and it's just mind blowing. It really is. And there's someone there in the comments that says, I joined 2 days ago, and this morning I received $6. How fantastic is that? You know, because if you have to start somewhere, don't you? You don't step out. You don't step out of the. You don't dive off the diving board until you know how to dive. You know, and I was a plumber, and I wasn't born a plumber. You know, I'm now an internet marketer. I wasn't born an internet marketer, and the same with Paolo. You know, I don't know what he did when he left school, but me, I was sorting dirty washing in a laundry. You know, earning £38 a week doing it, and that was my life laid out in front of me. And now when I look back, I think to myself, wow, what a change! But you have to start somewhere, and the right mindset. And I just want to go into a little bit, if I may, as Paolo touched on a little bit about the actual site being decentralized, okay? And I just want to tell you about this this IPFS, and I want to make sure you understand that, because if you know anything about websites, okay, they sit on what's called a server, okay? Now that server sits in what's called a data center, and I've got it up on my whiteboard. I do apologise, Paolo, because you can't see it. It's going to be a bit lagged. That server sits on there, but there's a company that own that server, and that's called a data center. Okay. Now, if you put a website on there, and let's just say the government, the American government, which they've done it many times. The Americans are the worst for it, to be honest. The American government say, we don't want that website in your data center. Shut it down. Now, what happens is the government could contact the data center and tell them to switch off the electricity. Switch it off, the electricity to that server. So that brings it down. Okay? That brings the website down. Now with Forsage, it doesn't sit on a server. Okay? It sits in this IPFS protocol. And what that does is, if I look at it like this, there's all these computers around the world, all these servers, all in different locations, all in different data centers, and every server, because I've got a hosting business, I'm involved in a server business, every server has a little bit of space left on it. Now, what Forsage do through this IPFS, they take a little bit of each server, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. So the website gets spread out across the entire internet. So you could take one server out, but you can't take them all out. And this is the beauty of Forsage. It doesn't matter whether a government says that's illegal in our country, we don't want you to use it. They can't shut it down. They could never go to one data center and say, shut that website down, because they'd have to go to every data center in the world and tell them all to shut it down. And that's just not going to happen. They would have to shut down the electricity for the world to shut down Forsage. Now that to me is total mind-blowing, really is. And that's how secure the website is. And then, of course, you've got the ERC20 smart contracts, which are Etherum, which Paolo talked about earlier. So everything with this business is decentralized. Okay, there's nobody in control of it. Yes, the programmers, the people who own it, can change the visual look of the website, but they cannot change the way the smart contracts are set up. They can't. They've been deployed. That code is already deployed onto the blockchain. And every time you make a payment, a new smart contract is created on Ethereum's blockchain, and it knows where to send the money to. It doesn't send it to Forsage. If I make a payment, it'll either send it to Paolo, or it'll send it to someone in Paolo's above him, or someone below me. Okay? So, depend on where you are. Now, Caroline's got a question, and I'm going to share my screen. I think we've lost Paolo. Is he still? Are you still there, Paolo?
I'm here.
Oh yeah.
I'm here. I'm just watching you.
Yeah. He's got his camera off. That's all. That's all right. So Caroline, I want to share my screen for you, Caroline, and I want to go into because she says I've got 2 downline or 2 spillovers, and I've not earned any money from them. Well, of course, if I share my screen, that's it. That's taking me over to here. So I don't know what package you've got in. Okay, so you've got the ×3 package, and I can tell you now a little strategy. If you're a leader, you want to be in both packages. You want to be in the ×3 and the ×4. If you're a person that can't really recruit that much, you want to start off in the ×4. Okay, you'll have a position in each of them, but the ×4 is where you get the spillovers and the spill-unders. Okay, but as Paolo said, you shouldn't really be going into a business with the mindset of doing nothing and just sitting there waiting for spillover. Okay, so look, Caroline, I don't know where you got your blue dots and that, but if you've got somebody comes into this position 1 here in the ×4, you would fill up that, and it doesn't matter whether you get spillover or spill under in there, okay, or you recruit someone into there. That payment gets passed up the line, okay, or passed down the line. I don't know how it quite works in the code, but you don't receive that payment on the spot there, number 1, and you don't receive that payment. But then 354, it's funny how it's written across there, but these 4 dots across the bottom here, you do receive the payment. So you'd get that payment, you'd get this payment, and you'd get this payment, and then that payment that's in pink basically renews your position, recreates you a new position, so you end up with a blank position there. You're sitting at the top, and you'll have all these dots and that below you. And if I go over here, let me just go here, because this is one of my accounts. Look, 5,000. If I come back here, and I'll show you down below. Right, so I'm going to go down here. Now look at this key at the bottom. It says partners you invited. So that means people I brought into the business. This pale green is overflow from the bottom. It's from above. So that's, people higher than me. This one here, this blue dot, is overflow from the bottom. Okay, so look at mine here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people there that I've earned money from that I never invited into this business. So if you've got Caroline, if you've got these two spots here filled up and you say, well, I've got zero earnings, you wouldn't have got any earnings from these two spots because that gets passed up or passed down, depending on how the spillover and spill under works. I'm not quite sure. But I'll say gets passed up to your upline, okay? But once you start to fill these spots, so if you get another spillover, like I did this blue dot here, look, I got 3.2 Ethereum 2 times, and I never even invited these people in. So, you know, so that 6.4 Ethereum, and if I go over to ETH, I'm on Google now, ETH to USD, there it is. And let me just check that again. What did I say that was? So that's 6.4 Ethereum, 6.4 Ethereum. That's $1,500, and I have no idea who that person is, or both of those people are. That's just from 2, okay? And I've got a lot of them, these spillovers, and I'm sure Paolo's got them in his. So that's the way it works, Caroline. So I'm going to come back to the broadcast there, and I'll put my camera back on, and I'll have a look to see if there's any more questions, because we got about 15 minutes left before we're done. It says, hi Paolo, can you share us the tools you use for traffic? We've got a lot of traffic training, okay? If we've got traffic training, that I've got some links for you in for traffic training, and we're going to be doing some traffic training to show you how to get a ton of traffic. But what you really want to do is, if you are going to spend traffic, is set yourself up with a what do you call it? Make sure you've got a sales funnel in place. And again, we give you that sales funnel. We've got a sales funnel for you, and I'm putting you back on the screen so you're there side by side at the moment there, Paolo. I just want to see if there's any more, Caroline. So if you've got a question, guys, make sure you pop it into the hangout here. We've got 43 people watching live, and we got 21 thumbs up. So appreciate a thumbs up. Give the YouTube algorithm a kick up the backside. Guys, if you really want to get involved in a business that's you control your destiny. Nobody can shut the site down. You haven't got to give your money to anybody else, okay? You're paying peer-to-peer. So when I joined the business, I was sending it directly to Paolo. When Paolo joined the business, he was sending it directly to his upline. And that upline sent it directly to theirs. So that's how it works, okay? And when you receive spillover or spill under, that gets paid directly to you and not anybody else. It doesn't go to Forsage. The company doesn't say, well, you have to put in a withdrawal request. You have to pay, we're doing withdrawals every 28 days, or we're withdrawing on a pink Tuesday. You know, there's none of that. There's none of that involved. Everything you pay goes directly peer-to-peer. So it misses the company because it's the smart contract, okay? And the Forsage website, as Paolo said earlier, it's the front door. It's that door that you open. It's the point of entry. You enter that. And some people have said to me, you know, well, what happens if the website goes down? Well, they're in the migration over to this IPFS, and it ain't going nowhere. This business is around to stay, regardless of what some people might say about it. Okay, so anything you want to add, Paolo? I think we're coming up almost to the hour now, and I don't like to take too much of your time because I know you're a busy man.
I don't mind. Let's carry on because there are some questions in the chat. So if you want to read them
out,
I'll
so we got, how many counts are we allowed to have? Do you want to answer that one, Paolo?
You can have as many as you can afford. And you can join anybody you can. So you can be part of this team. You can be part of another team. You can do whatever you like. Because this is not a company per se. This is a crowdfunding platform running on the Ethereum network. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to ask our permission. You can open 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 accounts. I saw a question in the chat. The reason why I have 2 accounts is because I'm fully funded. I'm all in. I don't do things small. I do things big. So I worked it out. I wanted to do about 50,000 a month per account. That was my calculations. So I bought 2 accounts because I wanted to make 100,000. That's me. That's my strategy. And then guess what happened? I ended up doing 300.
and this and what I just wanted to punch that home again, as Paolo said there. One thing, you can have as many accounts as you like, so there's no rules for admin saying, oh, you can't have 2 accounts, you can't have 3 accounts, you can't have 4 accounts, you can only have 1, and we're going to bar you if you don't. Nobody bars anybody. Nobody don't even know who you are, because you're joining through a smart contract. If you know anything about blockchains and cryptocurrency, if I send you Bitcoin or Paolo sends me Bitcoin, nobody knows that Paolo sent it to me. They don't know his name. All they know it's come from this wallet to that wallet. They don't know who owns the wallet. So you can join under me, under Paolo, under Fred Smith, under the bloke down the road, under the girl round the corner. It doesn't matter who you join under. But when you do join, you want to make sure you're in the right teams. But if you want to test out a few teams and say, well, I'm going to spend some money over there and I'm going to spend some money over there, do that. I like to focus. I've got 2 accounts as well, and I like to focus, and I'm upgrading my accounts. I didn't do what Paolo did, go in all in at once. You know, quite frankly, I don't have the money to go in all at once. But what I did is I went in at an entry point that I could afford. And I must stress that don't use your rent money, your mortgage, and don't get into debt or anything like that. Spend what you can afford and upgrade your business. Upgrade your business if you can't afford to go in all in one go. But it clearly pays to go in all one go, because Paolo's earned $300,000 in a month. You know, so it pays. And I've got $10,000, so you can see I've got a lot of catching up to do. But I'm going to be chasing him as hard as I can, believe me. So what else have we got here? Is there an advantage to have more than one account, or wait until your first account is full?
Do you want me to answer that? Yeah,
yep.
I can answer that. I would suggest, you fill one account up first, and then you start the second one. On the other hand, I started 2 accounts straight up because I had the funding. So I had the money to go all in 2 accounts. But for some of you that don't have that cash available, I had my money in the bank. And to be honest with you, my bank was paying me, 0.5% a year. I'd rather have my money elsewhere. So what I did, I took that chunk of money out, I put it into Forsage, and guess what, guys? Within 3 days, I took all the money back. I mean, I had my investment back already, and I put it back in the bank.
Yeah.
So I suggest you go full on one account first before you open the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like you, I didn't go in full, but I got my money back that I put in, and I started with $160.
Wow.
And I got my money back the same day. I got my money back, so everything now that I put back into the business, and I haven't drawn it all out. I've drawn out £2,000, okay, which is about $2,500, which I drew out. But that basically paid back what I put in and gave me a little bit of pocket money. But the rest of it I upgraded. I've moved up through the spaces. So from 100 and it was 2 accounts. I put $80. I went into the first 3 spots in both of them. So I think it's about $80 in each one. So $160 to 10 grand.
That's
now
crazy.
That's just crazy. That
well
I don't
done,
care what anybody says. Yes, big numbers. Paolo's gone in and put, if you add it all up, I think something like 100 grand or 60 grand. What is it, Paolo, all in?
100.
It's 100 grand. So Paolo's gone in 100 grand, but he still made 200 grand profit. But if you look what I put in and got 10 grand, it's a bigger number. So it's mind blowing what you can really do with this business, and it's only you that can control it, you know. And that's what I love about it, you know. And anybody that's sitting on the fence, I would say you're I don't mean to be rude, but you're a donkey, because if you don't see what's at your fingertips here, you're crazy. You really are crazy. You are.
And the beauty of this business, guys, as well, is it's got low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket. And let me explain what I mean by that. You can start today by joining Jeremy right now. There'll be a link here in the end of the webinar. You can join Jeremy right now for $16. I believe it's even less than that. But let's just say $16. It's nothing. So it's an affordable business. I've got a team in the Philippines. I've got a team in India. I've got a team in countries where they cannot afford those, those $1,000 and $5,000 programs because it's a lot of money to them. But guess what? In Forsage, you can start for $16. And let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to be straight up. If any of you on this call tell me that you don't have $16 to invest, I'm going to call you a liar. You either a liar or a time waster. What are you even doing here?
Yeah,
if you don't even have $16 to invest in your business.
And
I rest my case.
And I tell you one thing as well, because I could see someone said here, but yeah, you got in early. Really?
Not at all. It started
Really got in early. If you walk down any high street in the UK, okay, most of my friends are in the construction industry, and if I stand and say to them, "What's Bitcoin?" they go, "What? Bitcoin? What's that then?" "Oh, that's one of them. That's one of them pyramids, isn't it? That Bitcoin." They don't know the amount of people that know what Ethereum is and Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the top two coins, and I can tell you, I've been studying cryptocurrencies now for the best part of 5 years. Okay, I bought my first Bitcoin when it was £370. £370 when I bought my first Bitcoin. Now, if you go and look at all the cryptocurrency, there's 7,000 of them. Ethereum is number 2 on the list. It's number 2. It's just mind-blowing. And this company, do you remember, Paolo, the date? I think it was, is it just after Christmas, is it? When did it start?
February 2020.
February. So have we got in early? I think anybody that gets in the next 4 years is in early. Yeah. And somebody said to me, somebody said to me, well, what happens if everybody on the planet joins and there'd be nobody else coming in? 6 billion people live on this planet, and there's new people being born every day. So there's going to be an endless task, and I don't know how many people you want in your business, but I don't need 6 billion in mine. It's just mind blowing. What else we got? I have a question. I'm just reading a question here. ****. Don't know what I was doing and accidentally deleted the upline's referral ID. I don't know how you can delete your referrals up there. How is it say my UpD has changed? Well, when you join, you can't change your referrals ID. The only time you can try to do that is before you join, as far as I know. But this is decentralised, guys. You can't ring up the programmers or send in a support ticket. Go on Forsage and look for a support ticket place. There's none, because once your account's created, it's on the blockchain. That's it. It can't be changed. So I don't know what happened where you say you lost your sponsor's ID. Where we got there? Where do we get the personalised website for the marketing? Well, if you join the link that's below the video, okay. Once you've created your account on Forsage, you'll get an email from myself, and you will be sent the details of how you get access to the sales funnel. Okay, and I've got banners for you. I've got email swipes. Got some traffic training in there, and I've also got another training program that's coming up, which is for people that don't know nothing about crypto. I've almost finished it. Okay, so I've got about 10 videos that takes somebody that doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency right the way through until they get to joining Forsage. Okay, so you can even tell your Uncle Bob about it that's never heard about cryptocurrency, because I'll add that training program to give away for free, really, to people. Anything you'd like to add, Paolo?
No, that's it. You've done a wonderful job there at explaining everything, man. Even the technical side. Well done. And for the questions we already answered about being late in Forsage, that's really a poor mentality, man. I used to have that kind of mentality where I used to think, oh, I'm too late. That's really a poor man's mentality. You need to be abundant in your life. Let me tell you something. My first million was done in a company that I came in 5 years later. Not 1, not 2, but 5 years later, and I made $1 million in that company. Do you know why? Because I don't have that kind of mentality. You need to open up your mind. And I'm not putting you down, dude, or lady. I don't know who made that comment. I'm not trying to put you down. I sympathize with you. Do you know why? Because I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy. But now, anything that I join, I don't even care about the time frame because I know there's abundance in this world. I know there are people typing into Google every single day how to make money online by the millions. Not maybe a day, but by the thousands, let's say.
And
Okay?
I've got a couple of more things here. There's a guy here. He said he joined weeks ago under the wrong people. Can we redirect him? We can't redirect him. We wouldn't ask you to join another team. That's entirely up to you. But if you want access to marketing material, then PM me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to give you anything. It doesn't matter if you're not in my team because it's about, what do they say? If you help enough people get what they want, by default you get what you want. So if you need help, buddy, reach out to me on Facebook. Caroline says, how can we convert Ethereum back into dollars? Well, if you're in the UK, you can use Coinbase. If you're in America or anywhere else in the world, you can use an exchange called Sexio. You can use an ATM machine. There's if you Google Bitcoin and Ethereum ATM machines, there's thousands of them. I got ones just up the road. You can go and get your Ethereum, go to an ATM machine, put in a few numbers off of your wallet, and you can withdraw out the cash. Okay. I think what was the other website? Can you remember, Paolo, for linking your bank account? There was one where you buy. I use it myself.
There's Uphold.
Yeah.
Crypto.com.
You just need to Google it, guys. If you Google it,
very easy.
If you Google it and say how to cash out Ethereum, you'll find there's a ton of places. Yeah, you'll have to go through KYC. You'll have to upload your passport and things like that, connect your bank account. But there is talk on the grapevine that Coinbase and PayPal, so you'll be able to withdraw a cryptocurrency into PayPal somehow via Coinbase. I know you can you can put it into Coinbase, your Ethereum, put it into cash and withdraw it to your PayPal. But I believe PayPal are going to be offering a service as well. But certainly if you want to hook up with me on Facebook, I'll certainly give you a ton of links where you can get your money, Caroline, okay, out of there. So we've done really well, Paolo, and I want to thank Paolo from the bottom of my heart. I want to give him a big cuddle next time I see him. What we will do, guys, and it's obviously I'm speaking out of turn here maybe, but we will try and arrange some meetups, if you like, in London and around the UK for anybody that wants to come and meet with us and maybe bring someone along that wants to get into the business and they don't do it. I want to set up, and I'm hoping that Paolo can come along and he'll do some talks and we'll set some stuff up, guys, for those people that are in the UK. But once the travel restrictions are done, we may be in a town near you, because at the moment we can't really fly anywhere because of this damn virus. So I want to thank Paolo so much for coming on this broadcast today. And I want to thank Paolo because he made some fantastic videos and he wiped the sleep out of my eyes, and I joined with Paolo. And guys, I hope we wiped the sleep out of your eyes and you're going to come and join us. Below the video, there's a link. Click the link. It's going to take you over the page. Pop your name and your email address. There's a video that's going to blow your socks off. Paolo's earnings for 24 hours, the first 24 hours. You've got to watch that. Come and join our team. And if you're not in our team and you want help to market, reach out to me on Facebook and I can let you have some material. So anything you'd like to say before we part, Paolo?
No, you said it all, man. This guy here, I'm hoping I'm pointing in the right direction because it's when you're on the camera. I think it's this guy here, Jeremy. You gotta have a huge support from that guy. So this is a no-brainer. I mean, I'm not a salesman. I'm not here to pitch you guys on something. I'm not here to kind of trying to influence you in a way or another. I'm just telling you the facts of what I've done, me and Jeremy together, and what we're creating here together, guys, in our team, because we're business partners, by the way. Me and Jeremy, we're like this. We work together. We're like glue. I don't think any other team will offer the kind of marketing materials, traffic, which is my expertise, this guy here. I'm not very good at a lot of things, but one thing that I'm really good at is traffic. So if you guys want to learn traffic, you got to join this man here, because you're joining him, you're joining me. It's the same. So make sure you join this guy here. Your lives, I can tell you something, your lives can really change in 2020. I believe that. So with that said, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
So thanks very much, guys, for watching. Please give us the thumbs up if you're watching the broadcast, you know, the replay. Still give us the thumbs up and leave your comments in the below the video, and we'll, you know, I'll get in the comments there over the next coming days and answer any questions you've got. Thanks very much, guys, for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next broadcast. Tutty bye.
Bye bye.